Hello, my name is Alan, and I'm here to give you a review of the Oladance portable stereo headphones. The Punchline. I love these headphones. If you're in the market for an open-ear set of headphones, these deserve a try. Things like Shokz, kind of the Sony headphones with the little opening in the middle to allow you to still be able to hear the environment around you. If that's your market, or you're looking for something that you can wear during the day while not interrupting your life while being comfortable, these are it. Like, I've never had a set of headphones that's a great combination of amazing battery life, really great sound quality for being what they are, and also just being like a comfortable and easy to keep on your head. Just great. So to give you a little review, overview of the headphones. So we have the two headphones in the case. They wrap over your ear. So they go over your ear, and then there is a little speaker right here. The speaker hangs down in front of your ear. It does not block your ear canal. You can still hear everything occurring around you while you wear these headphones. That comes with pros and cons, right? If you're in a very ambiently noisy environment where like a busy restaurant or you're on an airplane, these aren't the headphones for that environment. If that's your environment, you probably want something that'll block out a little bit of the noise. But for any normal day-to-day activities, going to the store, hanging out, doing stuff with family, those types of things, amazing set of headphones. Just great, and they're so comfortable you can just leave them on. So these headphones go over your ears. They have a little touchpad right here. That's how you control the headphones. So you can turn the volume up and down by swiping. You can tap, just like most other headphones that are out there these days. You know, tap once, tap twice, tap 3 times. You can configure what the actions are. You can fast forward tracks, you can pick up calls, hang up calls, all that typical type of stuff. The little touchpad is kind of a neat little feature, but one thing these headphones don't have is ear detection. So if they come off your ears while they're playing, they won't automatically shut off. They also won't automatically start playing whenever you put them in your ear. But as we'll talk about here in a little bit, the interface creates some quirkiness whenever it comes to that. Not enough to detriment the headphones horribly, but something to be aware of. The next thing about the headphones is there is a battery case available. So I happen to have the battery case here, which I bought after I bought the headphones themselves. The battery case provides an amazing amount of battery life. It is absolutely insane. I took a 3-day trip recently. I did not plug this case in the entire trip, and I still had 2 lights of battery whenever I returned. Amazing, amazing, amazing. But this thing is a behemoth. It is a monster. Here's a Samsung Buds Pro 2 set of headphones just as a comparison. And, you know, here's an Apple AirPod just that you can get perspective on how monstrous this thing really is. It is definitely not pocketable in any real way. So that's the battery case, which is an optional accessory, or you can get it as a bundle with the headphones themselves. The other item here is the case that comes with the headphones. It is just a USB pass-through charging case. It does not have any battery included. I've heard other reviewers state there is a battery. There isn't. It's just a pass-through charging case. The amazing thing is because of the battery life of these headphones, it is an absolute non-issue. So let's dig in. The great things about these headphones, they have all-day battery life. Literally all day. Like, if you don't use them of all that much during the day, they'll just sit there and stand by all day. I am a regular 5 to 10 hour a headphone day user. Like, I listen to podcasts and audiobooks and YouTube and Twitch and all those things. And so I'm always listening to something. Basically, if I'm alone or I'm not interacting with someone else, I'm always listening to something, which I'm sure annoys many of the people I'm with, but the fact is that's what I do, and it's me. So I love these headphones for that purpose, because I will often put them on while I'm getting ready for work in the morning, and then I will use them periodically throughout the day, and often they do not die until I go to bed or after I go to bed, or like as I'm settling in for the night, 10, 11, midnight. That's when finally the the headphone I have in gives up the ghost. Such amazing battery life. I've never had anything kind of in the earbud category, not the overhead headphones with cups category, that had battery life like this. The closest thing I've ever had are Shokz, which I was also a big fan of Shokz. I wore Shokz for a very long time. Here's a couple pairs of my Shokz right here. I love Shokz. Their warranty is amazing. If you have a set of Shokz fail, they just send you a new retail box. One of these is a replacement. The set right here from where I had my Shokz die, and they just sent me a new retail package. So now I have charging cables and cases to beat the band. Pretty amazing. Love the Shokz headphones before I discovered these. So the other great thing about these headphones, other than battery life, is the sound quality. So great. There's bass response. And for anyone who's listened to open ear headphones in the past, bass is just something you give up on. Bone conduction headphones, they just don't do a great job of reproducing the bass frequencies. These are clear. They sound great. It really sounds like I'm listening to a set of kind of like more classic sealed ear earbuds, much like these Samsung earbuds that I have right here, where they block your ear canal, they get a seal, and then that allows them to provide a better bass response. It's just amazing. So while you're using these headphones, they don't block anything that you're listening to in the ambient world or in the outside world, which is a wonderful thing. So great. The sound quality is wonderful. What are the meh things about these headphones? The meh things, I would say, is the interface. So I regularly, all the time, so I like the swiping, but I'm not consistently able to turn up or down the volume without sometimes playing or stopping a track, those types of things, sometimes triggering things unintentionally. So that's not so great. But at the same time, they do the job. And if I'm just starting and stopping tracks, that's wonderful. The worst part about this, and the effect that I don't like, is often when I take these headphones off, they will start playing because I touch the touchpad. These have no ability to detect whether they're on your ear or not. And because they don't have that ability, they don't know to not start playing, or they don't know to not stop playing at times. They just don't have any awareness. So this is a common situation. I'll take off one of the earbuds. I'll, like, say I'm working during the day, I'll take off one of the earbuds. I'll set it down on my desk. And then a few minutes later, I'll hear a faint noise. And it's that while I was setting it down, I touched the touchpad and now it's playing audio. So, whatever. It's not fun. It's not great, but it's not a deal killer either. It's something I can get over. The other thing that's kind of meh is that this day and time, I expect that a case that comes with headphones has a battery by default. I was a little disappointed whenever I got this case and it didn't have a battery to recharge the headphones. But as I quickly learned, they don't need it. Like, they get so much battery life whenever you're getting 10 plus hours of playback. You just don't need a battery in your case. It's a very strange thing. this is, other than Shokz, this is the first set of headphones I've had in years where I have not had battery range anxiety whenever I left my house without my charging case. I just today, I left my house. I had the headphones with me. I had only one of them with me because I was listening to podcasts and things. And it didn't freak me out at all that I was going to be away from the house for 4 hours listening to them all the time. And I got home and they're just fine. And as you can see, they still have power to this minute, as you might have noticed by the blinking light. So, that's one thing. The other thing here is that they charge extra for a battery case. It's fascinating. Like, I don't know the intended audience for this particular thing. Like, I took a 3-day trip and never plugged these headphones, never charged this case. And this was the case I had with me. And I stuck them back in the case at night and they charged back up. And I came back and this case was still half full. It's insane the amount of battery life you can get out of this case. At the same time, it's huge. It's bulky. I always found that I was trying to carry it in a bag or in a jacket pocket or something. And I really want to have my headphones case in my pants pockets. That's where I wanted to live, preferably in the coin pocket. But the fact is I can live with it not being there. So yeah, it's just weird. It's a weird situation. Yeah, I think we'll talk more about this case as we get into the bad because, it's fascinating. This case, it does the job. It does the job just fine. It's okay. USB-C, that's great. I'm so happy that I'm not seeing micro USB on these types of things anymore. So now let's talk about the bad. The bad for these headphones is this case. If you're going to sell me a case that is this big, it better have wireless charging this day and time. I should be able to take it and set it on a wireless charging pad and it should just charge. It doesn't. I have to plug the sucker in. Yeah, I guess I only have to charge it, if I'm around town, once every 5 or 6 days. That's wonderful. But at the same time, it's a disappointment. It's a disappointment to me. Same thing with this case. I would have loved to have seen a wireless charger on this so that then I could just set it down on my wireless charging pad and it could charge right along with all my other stuff. That's a miss to me. The other thing is just the size of this case. It's such a monster. I'm interested in tearing this down, but I don't want to destroy my battery case because I do like using it. But I suspect they've got to have had a way to shove a wireless charger into this case or shrink the case significantly while still maintaining a significant portion of the battery case. What they really should have done is came out with kind of like the super duper charging option for super long term, the kind of like you're just running around during the day case, which I think is perfectly reasonable. And then a third one in the middle. That's kind of like the multi-day case, just the case that gets you by that's much closer to this size and shape. Hopefully integrating wireless charging. That would be just great. If Samsung can put wireless charging into a case this size, they can fit, Oladance can fit it into this case. So, anything else bad about these headphones? No, not really. I was on the border of calling the starts to play whenever I take off the headphones due to touching this and not being able to detect your head a super bad, but it's just not there. So, that's the way it is. So now let's do a quick comparison with some of the other headphones I've worn over the years. Just Shokz, right? These are what I wore for the last probably 3 years. I've worn Shokz before I got these. I love Shokz. Love them, love them. But one of the issues I have with Shokz is that I wear them so much that my skin under this point starts to, like, if I'm hot at all, gets moist. And then over time, I can't wear these headphones and I have to give my head a break. Otherwise, what happens is I get these kind of like wet spots on my head, which is uncomfortable. For anyone who's worn glasses, the spot where your nose pads contact your nose, and how that can sometimes get irritated under certain conditions. But, you know, I love Shokz. I was a big advocate, but the sound quality just isn't there. Even the latest top of the line Shokz, the sound quality just doesn't even compare with the Oladance headphones. They are just great. If I go on a long trip, I'll still take a set of Shokz with me just because they're bomb proof. These things can go anywhere, do anything. They're great in that respect. But they're no longer my daily drivers. These are now my daily drivers. So what happens whenever I go places where I need something more? Well, let's just say that this is the last remaining earbud. I know the other cases and all the other earbuds are around here somewhere. I've had at least 2 sets, if not 3, of Airpods over the years. These were my go-to for a lot of years. I love these headphones. Good balance of being able to hear the world around you while maintaining sound quality. At the same time, the battery life was never long enough for me. I was always having to wear one, then swap over to the other one, then a few hours later swap back to the other one, and it was just always having to manage it. I never think about it whenever I'm with the Oladance headphones, and these are just a better set of headphones unless you're tied to the Apple ecosystem, and these bring some additional Apple-centric value that you don't get out of a third-party set of headphones. I bought a lot of Samsung headphones over the years. These became my go-tos after my after AirPods. I love these things. They're the headphones that I will probably still buy the most recent version whenever they come out. Today, I carry these ones. These are the Buds Pro 2, I think is how they refer to them, or Buds 2 Pro. Like if I'm going on an airplane into a noisy environment where I still want to be able to hear audio, like very noisy, because these will manage through pretty complex situations. But if I were going on a loud train ride, or I were going on a airplane, these are what I wear. Active noise canceling, they can block out the sound, they can get the job done, allow me to still listen to things, whereas these you just can't do. That's actually something I should bring up about the Shokz. The thing about Shokz that I loved was that even whenever I got on a plane, I could put in earplugs and I could still hear the Shokz. And so for a long time, these were the only set of headphones I would carry on trips. And then whenever I had 2 sets, I would carry a second set just as a backup. But that's just not the case anymore. I just don't feel the need. Now whenever I travel, I sweep all these Samsung headphones off the side, more than one of which has gone to the washer once or twice or 4 times. Now whenever I travel, I carry these and I carry these. I carry one set of headphones that can provide some sort of noise cancellation or isolation so that I can hear in noisy environments. And then I carry these. And I use these all the time. I went on a recent trip, as I mentioned before. I took this case, these headphones, and these. The only time I broke out the Samsung headphones was on the plane. That's it. The rest of the time I was using the Oladance headphones. So that's that. So let's talk about the future for just a minute. When Oladance introduces a new model, I will be in line to buy them. This company, in their first product, has already made me a believer. I love these things. I am on board. I'll be looking forward to refinements. Hopefully we'll be able to get a better battery case design. Maybe even if it has less battery life, I'll take 2 days rather than 5 or 7. You know, like there's things they could do. Their app could have more features. There's stuff they could do, but these are just good. And they're just, the quality of the audio is so great compared, like, I'm not sure they stack up to my Samsung earbuds that kind of like seal off my ear canals. But at the same time, they're a game changer from other open ear headphones. I haven't personally tried the Sony with the little hole in the middle, so I can't specifically talk about them. But you know, I have friends who are believers in those, so maybe there's something there. So that's it. I think that's my discussion on the Oladance portable speaker headphones. Now I know why they call them portable speakers. You can hear everything around you while listening to your tunes or whatever you listen to. They're just great headphones. I love them. Worth every penny, even at retail value. And I'll be in line for their next model whenever they come out. So that's it. Leave a comment. Like this video if it was useful to you. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.